G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another episode of Wasteland Survival. So obviously in last week's episode we finished up this little hallway to get us out of the hangar without actually having to go through the main hangar doors. So I think it turned out really nice. Yeah, I'm definitely happy with how this turned out. Now there was a couple of suggestions in the comments and I thought I'd go through at least one of them now. So somebody in the comments kind of suggested to put a some catwalks here, because catwalks are obviously not an airtight item and they don't stick out as much as say like this window block here. So obviously if we put a window block here like that, you can kind of see that it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, so it doesn't exactly look fantastic. Whereas the catwalks are relatively flat, so we can go ahead and we can place these down and it looks really nice. So let's just weld these up, and yeah, it looks really nice. And it still gives us that kind of claustrophobic feeling, so I think that was definitely a fantastic suggestion. So thank you very much for whoever commented on that one. I can't remember who it was exactly. Now one other thing I thought I might do though is maybe what we can do is we can get rid of these blocks here, and then I can go ahead and just replace them with some standard light armor blocks, and we can weld these up. And then what we can do, darn it, I need to get some more components for that. So then what we can do is we can just put the one catwalk there, and that'll kind of just block that one block's worth of space off. That should hopefully be enough materials. Oh yeah, and by the way, I did end up going ahead and downloading that mod that gets rid of all these ugly edges, and as you can see it looks really nice. Although I'm not sure if you guys remember, but in the last episode I kind of mentioned that there might be an issue where, like, because these are doubles and they're kind of, you know, fixed to this railing here, then these ones would appear like they're floating in midair without those edges in the game, and that is exactly what appears to be happening. So I don't really know how to get around that issue, to be honest. The only way I could probably get around it is to get rid of this light here, or maybe, yeah, so I don't know if I want to do that just yet, although that is a very minor detail. And also many people said that we'll probably just leave these ones this color, and yeah, I think maybe they're right, because I'm not exactly sure if the yellow is a little bit too much. Although I wish there was like a darker yellow that I could make. I could probably play around with that, although I'm not exactly sure if I really want them to be yellow anyway. So, alright, let's go and create this vent with a catwalk on top of it, and let's see how that looks. So we'll finish off this block here, and then what we'll do is we'll grab this block. No, not that block, sorry, the catwalk block. And then we'll place a catwalk there. Yeah, I don't know. I do kind of like it how it was before.
Inventory full.
Okay, that's fine. But I do like it with the catwalks, but I do like it with the block that I had before. So what we'll do is we'll place this block yeah, like that. Spin it around, place it like that. And then we'll go ahead and we will weld this up. So let's grab our catwalk once more. Wrong key. Huh? Oh, okay, yeah. Place that there, place that there. Let's weld that up. Okay, cool. Alright, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. It kind of still leaves the little claustrophobic feeling within this hallway. And yeah, I still think it looks pretty good. So yeah, that's awesome. Alright, now, so what I mentioned in the last episode is that maybe what I want to do is create or change these catwalks so that they kind of go up to here, and I think I am going to do that. What I would love to do is have a catwalk that goes about here and goes all the way along. So what I kind of need to figure out is how I'm going to get these catwalks up here. Now, the thing is, I may extend this piece outwards and then build stairs very similar to what I've got here that go upwards, although I need something to kind of support this whole setup. So I could go with the standard old setup that I used back in the garage, and we could do something like, you know, like this, and we could just place some blocks there like that, and then maybe some more like that, although obviously at even intervals. Actually, maybe I can place some here as well. So we could do that, or that's not really even, is it? Oh well. Or what we could do is we could play around with these beam blocks, and if I can ever find them on my hotbar, we could play around with them. So yeah, these ones here. So we could mess around with these and see if we could get these to work. So basically my idea was to maybe do something like this, although I would need to place them, yeah, like that, and then I would need to spin this around, although I can't really spin it around like that. I would need to place in my beam block that looks like that, and then maybe another one there, so another 2x1 tip like that, and then another beam block that goes here. Although I'm not exactly sure if I like that. I think it looks a little bit too bulky for what I want, and it just doesn't really look right. So alright, let's play around with these things here. I think now I could move this one outwards by one, or I could just place a single one here, or maybe what I could do is I could get rid of this and we could place them here like this. So we could place another support right here like that, and then we could do the same on the other side. So we could place one there, and even though these aren't actually attached to the catwalk, they still at least appear as if they are holding it up. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that. Now all I need to do is kind of weld everything up, and then, you know, we're good to go. Although I think before I go ahead and I start welding things, I would really like to kind of finish this. So I really need to extend the catwalks out a little bit, although... And then one other thing I was kind of thinking of was maybe extending a catwalk out here on either side, and then basically have it coming through the floor here. I don't know about that yet. I might have to just play around with that. But I guess what we can do in the meantime, while I kind of think about what I'm going to do there, is let's try and extend this catwalk out, and let's try and get it up to the level that I want it to be. So I basically want a catwalk to be about here. And then what I can do is I can... Well, actually, I probably need it to be one block further out. And then after that, I can place some stairs that go upwards to that. Or I could even make them go like that. But I think I want them to be at a different level than these, just to give it a little bit more dimension. So let's extend these catwalks out a little bit and see what we can do here. So I think we'll do it maybe a few blocks more, and then what we can do is we can grab these blocks here, and then I will place them like this. Although, what color are these? I want to make them pitch black like what I did before. So we will grab them, go like that, and then we will spin these around, and we will go like that and like that. And I just need to keep an eye on my jetpack so that I don't obviously lose my ability to fly and fall on the ground and die. And then we need these little corner pieces here. Where's my corner piece? Hey. What? Oh, there we go. There it is. That was weird. Oh, I think it's because I was in range of where the block was being placed. So I wonder if I have the components for them. No, I don't think I do. But I think that looks okay. And I could even place another one maybe here as well, just to kind of make it look like it is, you know, being solidly supported. So we could go neon tubes like that. And then the same here as well. So we'll place them... Where did that block go? Oh, it's on the other side of the other neon tube. Alright, let's place it there. And then we'll spin it around once more, place it there. And then we'll grab our little corner piece once more. Place that there. And then we can place another corner piece like that. And yeah, I think that looks alright. So at least it looks like this catwalk is actually being supported by something. I think that looks relatively okay. Now I think, yeah, so I put the other neon tube there, so we're just going to have to carefully grind that one tube around, or out. Alright, cool. So that's done. Now.
Fuel low.
Oh. And just as I said I should really look out for that, I go ahead and I don't actually look out for that. Alright, let me get some fuel and I'll be back. Okay, well I've got fuel again, so we're all good to go. Right, so now I've got to kind of figure out how I'm going to make these stairs work. The only thing is these stairs are going to look really strange because they're kind of supported by nothing. But I think maybe I'll just kind of send it and we'll see how it looks. So maybe here what we can do is we can grab just a regular catwalk but without any railings. Yep, and then we need a railing with an end piece. Like... No, actually we don't. What we need from here is we need some stairs. So we need to grab our stairs, and they thankfully do attach to something, which is nice. Actually, I need to make this one with an end piece. So let me grind that away, grind that, and then we'll grab our other one with an end piece. And if we can ever get it to attach, there we go. Now we're talking. Alright, so then we place our stairs once more. And where are these stairs in relation to where I want to be? Okay, I think we've got this. So now what I'll do is I'll grab... Well, actually now what I need to do is grab my little neon tubes. Place one there. Place one there. Oh, no. Yep, place one there. And then grab my catwalks, which is like this, but I need the right angle one. Place that like that. Place that like that. And then we'll do the same here. And then from there we can place another set of stairs, which is these ones here. Like that. Now we're cooking with gas. Although the next level will kind of be here. So then I don't think this is going to work. I think I need to go one block further out. But yeah, this does kind of look weird. Like it's not supported by anything, so it looks kind of strange. Alright, let me just grind all this back. And then I'll extend this out by one block and we'll see how we go with that. Okay, so I've pretty much completed... Yeah, I've moved it all one block forward. And basically what the plan is to grab a set of stairs. So let me grab some stairs. And then what we can do is we can place them there like that. Although it won't let me place them at the moment because I think I don't have an attachment point. So we'll have to go ahead and create said attachment point, and I will basically just place a grated catwalk like I think it will be this one. right? And then what we'll do is we'll grab our stairs. So let's grab our stairs, and then hopefully we should be able to place them there. Okay, cool. So I think that is looking like pretty much what I want. So now we have some stairs that we can descend down, and then we can go back all the way inside the hangar. So I think that's looking pretty good. Now, it all looks really nice from here, and it does actually look pretty cool if I'm being honest. The only thing is that it's kind of a, well, I guess it's a little bit of a mess, but in fact, what I could do instead is maybe I could reverse this whole thing, so I could place this on that side, and then it would look like it's more towards the base. I think I will do that, although let's see what happens when I do actually do that. The question is, will it kind of detach everything? I think maybe what I'll do is I'll place a couple of like placeholder blocks here just to pin all of this down, and hopefully this kind of works out for me. Let's see. I can't really place it there. Alright, let's see what happens when I grind this away. I thought that was attached. Oh no, I needed to go one block further. Oh, that really sucks. Alright, I'm gonna have to fix this. So where have I detached from? Oh, goodbye. Darn, what a waste. Alright, let's see if we can just grind that bit. Ah, yes, thank you. Okay. Well, at least, I guess at least this one stayed attached. So let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of these two blocks. And let's spin this around. So let's grab our catwalk once more. Okay, so I'm back. And as you can see, it is going to work. Well, I guess it would be hard to see it, but let me just kind of show you guys how this is going to work. Alright, let's go back. Let's add our little attachment points, which is these little neon tubes. And then we'll add in our right-angled catwalk. I think I'll add this catwalk here because what I plan to do, and the reason why I'm adding a catwalk with a railing on this side, is because obviously I'm going to extend the catwalk to over here, and then we are going to run it all the way across here. And what I plan to do is create a couple of stairs that go up like that. So what we'll do is we'll grab another set of stairs again, and then we'll place them there. And we will do the same for here. And we actually have an attachment point now. So now what we can do is we can go ahead and we can extend our catwalk out, and we can follow this edge kind of a deal. So we can go like that, and then we can place in a right angled catwalk. And you know what, like, I was thinking about this today while I was driving home from work. I know, weird thing. And the one thing that this game seems to be missing is you can't really build anything in the diagonal direction. So like, let's say I wanted these catwalks to be in a diagonal direction. You just can't build it because they don't really exist. Actually, I'm going to have to go like this. And I'm going to have to place the right-angled catwalk there. Because I just realized my mistake. I need to be one block away from the landing pad in order to get some stairs up there that will actually be of any use to me. So let's change that quickly. So we'll place that there. And then we'll place this here. And then we can go ahead and we can place our catwalks all the way along. Is that the catwalk? Yeah, that's the catwalk that I want. And we can go all the way along here. Like so. And yeah, it looks pretty cool from up here. So now all we need to do is find a way where it actually looks like it's believably, you know, pinned down by something. So ideally what I would love to happen is maybe something that goes from here all the way down to here. So maybe what we could do is we could make use of these beam blocks here, if I can find them again. Ah, there they are. Okay, cool. So what we could do is maybe something like this. I'm thinking maybe we'll attach it to this point here. So let's go like that. And then what I want it to do is obviously go back up the other way. Now the question is, I could go like that, and then maybe what we can do is we can do a curved piece. And then from there we can go like in the other direction. So we could go maybe like this. Although that doesn't look exactly right. And will this even attach to where I want it to? I don't think that will. Will it? No. It kind of does, but then it kind of doesn't at the same time. So yeah. This is proving to be a little bit more tricky than what I had thought. Alright, let me kind of figure out what I want to do here, and I guess once I have, then I shall present my preferred method to pin this thing up against this here. Alright guys, welcome back. So I have spent more hours than I care to admit mulling over this design, and I think I've finally found something that I'm pretty happy with. So this was kind of the second design that I had come up with, but basically what I had done instead is I had made this go like that. So in the place of this here 2x1 base block, I had a 2x1 tip block, and it basically went like that. So then I decided to get rid of that and put in this 2x1 base block, and I think it looks like it's fairly well anchored there, and then it kind of comes down here and then supports this catwalk here. And I think what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to add another block there. So obviously you can kind of see that I've changed these blocks up here. So basically it used to look just like this, and obviously I put in these blocks here, and then I just put in some regular square blocks there, just so that it looks like it is actually anchored to something. Because when I was trying to get it to like pin down there and then going all the way back to like here, it just didn't really seem like it was kind of believable, and it was actually like holding it up. And also I was very, and I mean very close to going with this design, but I think overall I like this design better. I think this looks a little bit too heavy on the lower end, and it looks I don't think it really, yeah, it's kind of too much to hold up a catwalk, I would say. So yeah, I think overall this is probably what I'm going to go for. Now what I want to do though is I want to add another block here. So what I need to do though is I need to get rid of this neon tube here. So in order to do that,
fuel
oh
low.
no. Alright, let me get some fuel, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. So now, where was I? Okay, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a block here, a block here, and a block here, just so that I know that this is kind of attached to something. I really do hope that when I grind this away that all these stairs stay there, although I think I ground away this one successfully, so I think we should be okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, I would say, what am I doing? I've got to get rid of this neon tube here. Alright, there we go. Nothing's falling onto the ground. That is fantastic. Alright, let's grab our beam blocks again and let's try this one more time. So I've got two options really. I could go like that, which is what I am tempted to do, or I could put in a 2x1 tip, which is like that. I think I might go for this block here. I think that is going to look the best, and I am pretty happy with that. So yeah, that's pretty much how it looks. And also I had another kind of idea here. So here, where the stairs kind of meet up with this platform here, it kind of looks a little bit boring. So I think what I'm going to do to kind of dress this up a little bit is I'm going to add in some slopes. So I'll add a slope like that, and, you know, so on and so forth. So we'll do that as well. And then there is something else that I want to do. So I was thinking, yeah, so that all looks pretty nice, although the fact is this kind of doesn't match. So what I'm going to do is I am going to grab these armor panels and I'm going to grab this color here. So we'll grab that and then we'll spin this around. We'll place one there like that, another one like that, and I need to find its mirror image, which is this block here. And then we can place that there like that. And then, and interestingly enough, the pattern actually matches really well. I don't know if you guys remember in the last episode, but the patterns didn't really match that well for those blocks. So I'm pretty happy about that. That's, I think that looks pretty good. So what I need to do is obviously make this one here the same as the one on the other side. And just to be safe, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pin everything down to these top blocks here because we're going to get rid of everything else. So let's grind these away and hope that nothing falls on the floor, and nothing seems to be doing that, so we should be okay. Now what did I do here? I used one of these tip blocks like that. Then I used a half block. So where's our half block? Like that. And then we use the other little tip, which is that one there. And voila, we are done. And then all I need to do is grind these blocks away. Now everything is being held up by these, which is very nice. And then we'll just go ahead and we'll place in our other block here. So I keep selecting the wrong blocks. Alright, so we'll place that there. Fantastic. Alright, cool. So I think that looks pretty good. It looks pretty believable. But I mean, let me know what you guys think. Do you like this kind of setup? Do you think it's maybe a little bit too much? Or do you think it maybe doesn't look like it is supporting enough of the floor? It's, yeah, I really would like to get your guys' opinion on that. Now, there is another thing that I kind of changed before. So I was thinking about this whole area, and what I ended up deciding to do was replicating this whole setup all the way along here. So obviously you can see what I've done is I've put these neon tubes here as well, and my plan is to go ahead and get rid of these, not that block,
energy
get rid of these, and then I think everything should look pretty good. So let's do that. Let's get rid of these, and now I think it looks pretty good with these blocks here. Obviously I need to go ahead and weld these up, and then it, you know, it will kind of look better. But yeah, I think that's a nice little touch. I just noticed though, I need to add in these blocks here, so we'll quickly place them down. Darn it, I have no interior plates to do that. Oh, that's alright. So yeah, I think overall this is looking pretty good, but again, like I said before, let me know what you guys think. Do you like this kind of setup? Do you think it looks alright? Or do you think it looks absolutely terrible? And one other thing that I want to do is I want to add a railing in here. So what I'm going to do is something very similar to what I was talking about doing last time. So I want to add a half railing in here. The question is though, no, I can't add it like that. I've got to add it like that. Although I don't know if that's going to look very funny. Maybe we can weld this up and just check how this is going to look. If it looks too bad, maybe what I will do is I will go ahead and I'll just place a steel plate there. So, in fact, let's get rid of that and chill out, Reavers, chill out. And let's place a block here. So, maybe what I'll do is I'll grab like a half block, like this one here, and we could even... I could even change this to a railing, because I was thinking of leaving it free so that I could kind of fly in here with my jetpack, but I guess I could clear a railing no problem, so maybe that's what we'll do instead. So, come on, let me pin the block. So let's pin these two stairs together. Oh, please let me place the block. Thank you. Let's pin them to this here as well, just so that I'm kind of paranoid at this point that these things are going to drop down. So now I think I should be safe to get rid of this catwalk without everything kind of falling in a heap. Alright, cool. So that's awesome. Now let's grab our catwalk with a railing on the end, and let's make it that color, and let's place that there. And then we can go ahead and we can get rid of these blocks here, and everything should be held together quite nicely. So let's do that. Fantastic. Alright, yeah, I think that looks a little bit better, and you know, like I said, I can kind of fly in here pretty easily. It's like it's a decent kind of gap, I would say. Okay, so moving on to the sides. Now, the sides, I spent a good amount of time trying to design these as well. And yeah, so you can see on the left here, it was kind of like my first attempt. So the plan was to not build these things into the hangar. The landing pad. So just basically going off the base here and then having a straight kind of beam coming all the way along. But I feel like it's a little bit too long, so I was kind of searching for alternate solutions. And then also what I was trying to do here was create a beam that went all the way along the bottom of the landing pad here. And in fact, I may actually still do that, but I think overall I'm pretty settled on this design here. Although again, I may change this here with one of these blocks. Yeah, see, the difference is over here it's kind of held on by 1.5 blocks, so I think I can get away with it there. But maybe for this part here, what I can do is just leave it like that. Now, the thing is, with this whole setup, like I mentioned before, what I wanted to do was create some stairs that come up from here and go to this point here. So I think maybe what I'll do is I'll try and place them in the same location as what these lights are. But the only thing is that what I would need to do is kind of grind out these blocks to create access, and I think I have a bit of a solution for that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab my stairs. So let's grab our big stairs like that, and then we'll do something very similar to what we did before. And I'll grab this color here, I'll place these blocks down like that, and then I will place this block like that. The only problem is that the outside here doesn't really match with these blocks. So, and again, I can't really grind this block away because then this light will fall down, and I don't really want that to happen because I don't want to have to go through the pain of setting all these lights up again. So what I'm going to do is just grind these things here at the top off. Then I'm going to grab a block like this, a block like that, and we'll basically just pin it like that. And then everything should be hunky-dory. So now, when I go to grind this away, it's not going to fall onto the ground. So grind that one away. And now what I can do is I can modify these blocks here. So I think what I'll do is I'll get rid of these, and then we're going to place in, I think it's these blocks here. So we'll place those there like that. I'll spin that around. I'll do exactly the same thing for the other side. So we will go, is that like that? No, I've got to spin it around once more like that. And then finally like that. And then I'll grab my little piece like that. We will place that there, and we will do the same for the other side. And now everything will kind of match up, and I think this will look rather nice. So let's just quickly weld all this up and see how this looks. Okay, cool. So everything is welded up. I think it's looking pretty nice. I need to get rid of these blocks here, and then I can kind of place a suitable catwalk here to kind of join up with these stairs. So we'll do that now. We'll just grab our catwalk with a single railing. We'll make it the correct color. We'll place that there, and everything is looking fantastic. Alright, so I think I'm pretty happy with this. I don't know at how many intervals I'm going to place these beams that kind of come out and pin these catwalks up or hold them up. But obviously you can see I've got a little bit of a problem here where this light can no longer be held up by anything. So I think one way I can get around this is by using passages. So yeah, I was kind of struggling to find a use for all of these passages, but I think this is probably the perfect time to actually use these passages. So what I'll do is I'm thinking we'll use a passage, but we'll change the color, and we'll use a passage like that, and then again like that, and we'll weld these up, although I actually need to grab the materials for them. And let's go back and weld those up and see how that looks. Okay, cool. So that's welded up. Now the light is held up and we have access. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. It doesn't look too bad. It could look better, but it doesn't look too bad. I could even just get rid of these blocks, but I kind of like the way it looks here. And it kind of gives a little bit of shape to this whole setup as well. So I think this is looking pretty good. But again, let me know what you guys think. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And yeah, so I think now that I've got this kind of figured out, I need to basically move the catwalk all the way to the end here. I don't think that I want it to really go around here. I think going on the inside edge is about as far as I want these catwalks to go. And I don't know if I want to create access at every point, if that makes sense. So maybe here we will have the same thing as what we have here, with these beam blocks kind of holding up these catwalks, but we won't have a passageway. I think I'll only leave one passageway on this side, and then obviously on this side we will have to, you know, I might make like 2 or 3 passageways go through. Now the tricky part with this one over here is that all these lights aren't at the same intervals. So you can see like these ones are spread apart by 4 blocks, and these ones here are spread apart by 3 blocks. So I think I might just have to kind of, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get around that problem. I guess it's not really a problem, but it's more of a like little bit of a challenge. So maybe I will adjust the positions of these lights, or maybe I'll just continue on where these yeah, where these points are that are holding up these catwalks, and you know, just not even worry about the location of the lights, and then we can just, yeah. Although I wonder if I place one here and then 4 blocks away from that, which would be there, and then so on and so forth, if it would then line up with these ones here at the end. I guess it doesn't really matter if they do or they don't. So now what I have to do is a whole bunch of welding, because yeah, nothing is welded up, and unfortunately, with all the time that I took actually designing all this stuff, I've used all of my daylight, so I'm going to have to do all of this stuff in the dark. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go away and I'm going to weld up all of this stuff, and then what I'll do is I'll place down, I'll replicate this across this entire landing pad on the side here. And then also what I'll do is I'll try and figure out exactly the locations of where I'm going to place the same sort of thing on this landing pad here. So, alright guys, I will see you in a moment. Alright guys, welcome back. So, as you can see, I have fairly well completed everything that I want to. Now, the only thing is that on this side, I think it looks a little bit strange. So, the reason why I think it looks a little bit strange is because these little parts that kind of pop out are just like, yeah, they're pretty much too close together on this side. Now, on this landing pad here, I thought I'd try something a little bit different. So what I did is I basically just doubled the length in between these kind of bulgy little bits, I would say. So obviously you can see that they used to be here, and then in the middle here I basically put one that's about 2 blocks, or it's 1 block wider than these, so that it ends up being the same distance in between all of these little bits here. So I think this is probably the better way to go. I think it looks, yeah, it looks a little bit better than what this does, because, you know, obviously they're just way too close together, or at least that's what I think. So my plan is to basically get rid of these, get rid of those there, and then basically place one where these 2 blocks are, very similar to this one here. Now the other thing that I tried here was I tried to make this area flat and see what it would look like, yeah, as opposed to this kind of a setup, and I think so far it looks pretty good. Well, no, sorry, I like this way better. So what I'm going to do is replicate that over here, and yeah, so that's one thing I need to do. Second thing is I was thinking more about this area up here and where we like kind of enter the landing pad. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a railing that goes all the way along here, because I just think that would look a little bit better. So what I'm thinking of doing here is basically, yeah, just grabbing my railing, and then we'll grab a double railing here. So I'll just grab this color, no, not that color, this color, grab that color, yep, we'll go like that. We'll place another one here like that, and then I'll grab my straight railings, and then I'll just create a railing that goes all the way along here, so like that. And I think that makes it look a little bit better. Wait, why can't I put that? Oh, looks like I'm in the way of putting that block down. Alright, so yeah, all I need to do now is go ahead and change this up, and then I need to put in some stairs here, and then change the front of these and put in these blocks here, which is these ones. So place them like that, and then yeah, so alright, well what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to change up this section here, and then once I've done that I shall be back. And then maybe what I will do in the meantime is I'll go ahead and I'll weld all of these railings up. I'm not sure if I'll get to welding up all of these catwalks in this episode, just because I'm kind of running out of time. yeah, to release this episode in the first place, and also, yeah, it's going to take me quite a while to do that. So, all right, guys, I'll see you in a second once all this is complete. Alright guys, well, as you can see, I've kind of modified this whole setup, so you can kind of see that, yeah, like, instead of the 4 block spacing, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, yeah, oh, I thought it was, I thought it was more than that, but, oh wait, yeah, I think it was like 2 blocks before, so now we got like 4 blocks spacing, and I think overall it kind of looks a little bit better. And it's not exactly the same dimensions as this one, but what I was, if I was to make it exactly the same as this with 8 blocks in between these little bulgy bits, I don't really know what to call them, it would end up with me having one here and not one at the end, and I kind of really want one at the end and one at the beginning. So yeah, I kind of had to make that compromise. So I think what I'm going to do here is, I'm not going to put my passage back here, I'm going to place it here. So what we'll do is we'll grind out these blocks here, grind these out, and also what I've decided to do is leave it flat on this side. So what will happen is when I go to place my passage in, so let's see if we can find it on the hotbar. So I will place my passage there like that. I'm pretty sure I want it that color. I think I'm still happy with that color, so you know, we'll place our passage here, and then we need to get rid of this block here. Then we need to put in a catwalk with a railing on one side, which is that one there. Need to make it this color, place that there, grab our stairs, and then place a set of stairs there. Looks like I don't have the materials for it. Okay, so yeah, I think that's going to look pretty good. And then also what I'll do is I will place another set of stairs on this one here. So we'll get rid of these blocks, and then I'll grab the components for another set of passages. It's pretty crazy how many materials you need to actually build one of these passages. So let's grab ourselves some materials for a couple of set of stairs, and then let's go and place them in, and then I think we are good to go. But first I need to get rid of this railing and this railing, and we will place in another railing here. So, but is that the right color? Yeah, I think that's the right color. And then I'll grab my stairs, place them there, and then I'll grab another catwalk, which will be the one with the, yeah, just the half block missing. Although, what did I do on this side? I have the half rail sitting on the left. So on this side, I want it to be on the opposite. So I want it to be like that. Fantastic. And then I should be able to weld these up as well as the other set of stairs. Then we'll go ahead and we'll place in our passages. Beautiful. Except they're the wrong color. Let me just quickly fix that and make it this color. Fantastic. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good. So we have access to the catwalk from both of these little passageways. And to be honest with you guys, all of this stuff really has no kind of, I don't know, like usage in survival. It's purely here just to make things look a little bit interesting. And yeah, hopefully you guys think that I've achieved that. I certainly think that I've achieved that. So now the question is, where am I going to put the passages on this side? I think I'll do something very similar. So I'll put one here. Maybe I will put one there, 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 and there. But I'm not exactly sure. I may just put one at the beginning and then also one at the end as well. But there is one other thing that I forgot to address the last time I hit the record button. So I'm going to grab some steel blocks here, right? Now, the other thing that's kind of been bothering me a little bit is that I think the gap here, where these catwalks are, is just a little bit too big, and it doesn't look like it's being properly supported. So I think what I can do for that is I can go ahead and I can place something very similar to that here. So let's see what happens when I do that. The question is, so I'm going to have to grind out probably 3 of these. Am I? Yeah, so then we will place our blocks here like this. So we'll go like that, and then I'm still not exactly sure if this will look right, but I guess we'll try it anyway. So we'll place our blocks down, then we'll grab those, and let's get our beam blocks, and let's place one there like I did before. And I've got to find the half block. There we go, half block, half block, half block, and then the beam block. And, does that look okay, or does it look dodgy? Alright, let's weld this up and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so that's all welded up, and I think it's looking pretty decent. So, what I...
No energy.
Darn it. Well, at least I'm not dying, so I think I'll just continue on and place these blocks down. So, what we'll do is we'll place another couple of blocks here like that. And maybe even what I could do is place another set of stairs there, although I think, yeah, we're kind of going a bit crazy with the stairs, so... Oh yeah, that's right, I need some energy. Okay, cool. So I've got enough energy, I think, for now. So let's weld these up, and then I need to do something very similar to the other side, so I'll just quickly go ahead and I'll do that. Right, okay, so that is now all complete, and I think it's looking pretty good. Now I think the final touch that we can add to this is we can grab our little light armor panels like what we did before, and we can place these in a similar fashion to how we did before. So I'll make them this color, so I'll place one there, and then I'll place another there. Then I've got to find its brother for the other side, so place that there. And then, not there. Let's grind that out. And then what we'll do is we'll grab just the half armor panels, if I can find them. It's this one here. So we will go ahead and we'll place that there and place that there. Now, let's see how this looks when I weld it up. Yeah, it doesn't really look spectacular because of obviously the fact that the panels don't really match up. So that is a bit of a shame, but at the same time I don't think there's really much else I can kind of do to clean that up. I think that is about as good as it's going to get. So although I would love to continue with this episode, I think I'm going to have to end it here, just because if I don't, then I'm just not going to get the episode out in time, and I'm sure you guys would rather see what we have done so far rather than nothing at all. So like I said though, in between this part and the last part is I would really like to, I think I am going to continue this design on around here and around the front of this landing pad here, and then maybe all the way down the sides and all the way down the back as well. But I think that's going to take me quite some time to achieve. But I guess half of the trouble is actually coming up with a design that actually looks half decent in the first place. And to be honest with you, that is probably what I have spent the majority of the time in this episode doing, is just playing around with designs and making sure that things actually look half decent in the first place. And yeah, as I said before, let me know what you guys think and if I have actually achieved that. And yeah, so anyway guys, that is going to be it for this episode of Wasteland Survival, and I really hope you enjoyed this episode. And yeah, don't forget to leave a like if you liked this episode, and definitely consider subscribing so that you do not miss another episode. Alright guys, I will see you next time.